Welcome everyone. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through the submission requirements for lab module number 1. You should have completed lab module 1 by now. And so we're going to have the document is available on Blackboard with the submission requirements. I'm going to walk you through everything here. So basically, it's a 3-page document that gives all the information, and the third page also gives a window because we'll be working a lot out of this kind of properties window that comes up for our PDF plots. So just to be clear here, what you're going to submit is 5 PDFs, okay? They're going to be 3 drawings that have been plotted to PDF, and then 2 reports. All of it, we're going to be working out of Civil 3D here, okay? Now, I'm not going to accept any other format files, so you can't send me Word documents. You cannot send me DWG files. I won't open them. The only files I'm opening are PDF files, okay? So let's get started here. We're going to do 3 drawings. And if we go to AutoCAD here, you'll see I have 2 of my iterations up. I have base 3 and alignment 2. So we're going to start with alignment 2 working out of there. And you should have your horizontal alignment all finished here, plus your the profile view of the super elevation right here. So we're going to start here now to get to plot. We're going to plot these 2 things individually. So I'm going to do in one drawing, I'm going to do the horizontal alignment, and another drawing, I am going to do the super elevation profile. So let's start here. You're going to go to the top left here, and you're going to hit what looks like the little printer symbol. It's going to bring up a window, and we're going to change a whole bunch of settings here, okay? So the first one I'm going to mention is you're going to turn your plot stamp on here. And you're going to go in here and you're going to create now on the top, on the plot stamp fields, the only 2 that need to be checked off are your drawing name and your date and time. The other ones can be unchecked. You're going to create a user-defined field by coming here to adding a user-defined field and creating one. And in that user-defined field, all it's going to be is your first name and last name, and then your student number. I have just a random number here, but that has to be included on your drawing. So you have to create a user-defined field, and it's just one line like this, where it's your first name, your last name, and your student number, okay? And you're going to make sure that the plot stamp is on as well this way, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're going to plot is the horizontal alignment. We're going to do that in portrait mode, so make sure you click portrait here. You're going to make sure that when you go to printer plotter, you're going to choose DWG to PDF. Now, you're going to have to create a certain unique paper size here, and I've already done it previously. Or is it not here anymore? Where is it now? Did not save it. Well, I'm going to create it for you then right now. Out of let's see if it saved it when I put it onto what size it is. So it's going to be a unique size that we're going to need to that. First, just make sure DWG to PDF is selected there. On the plot scale, you're going to unselect fit to paper. You're going to choose, and you got to do this in this order. So make sure that's not selected. Let's switch to millimeters. And for this first one, I'm just going to go check which one this is. It's at a scale of 1 to 1,000. So that's one of the ones that are on the list here. So it should say millimeters, 1 to 1,000, and both of these should say 1 and 1. Now I'm going to go to the paper sizes here. Let me just check. Okay, we're going to create a user-based one, so it does not save it here. Interesting. Okay, so the way we do that, now those instructions on how to create a unique paper size are on the bottom part of page number 1 here, but I'm going to walk you through that. So when you have DWG to PDF selected, you're going to go to properties. This window is going to come up, and there's going to be a custom paper sizes. So we're going to create a custom paper size. You're going to go down here and you're going to go to add. We're going to start from scratch from here. You're going to hit next. Now you're going to enter in, first of all, it's going to be in millimeters. So you're going to hit millimeters, and then you got to put the correct one in. So it is width. Width is going to be changed to 1400, and height to 850. You're going to hit next. All these things for the printable area will be the default. You're just going to hit next. You hit next again. Just going to keep hitting next. Nope. I think I'll just change the username to user1. Hit OK. We apply the changes. Oh, we can see now. You can apply these changes to that it's there permanently, or you can save them either way. And then when we go down here, we should have it down there at the very bottom. See, the one that we just created here is user1, right? So that's the one we're using. So let's make sure we got it. What do we have so far here, right? DWG to PDF. Your plot stamp is on. Make sure that you have your user defined field there. Make sure it's in portrait mode. 1 to 1,000 millimeters, 1 to 1 it should say here, and the user-defined paper, which is 1,400 by 850 millimeters. So now we are going to make sure that the center to plot is checked off here, and what we're going to plot is a little window that we are going to do here. Okay. So now it's going to take us here, and we are going to make a tight window from the top left to the bottom right, so that everything is in there. We're going to click that. And then we are going to hit preview. And it should show everything there, right, in our drawing. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see the colors all pop up nicely. And if you go to the bottom, it's very important here. There is the plot stamping there, and it should have the file name, the date, your name, full first name and last name, and your student number there. Okay, so once you confirm that, you can hit escape to get back out of there. It's going to bring up the window one more time. And now we can plot this properly. So you're going to hit OK. Now I'm going to go to the proper folder. We're going to save this in our Seneca Drive folder. And what we're going to call this is it's going to be your first, exactly like our iterations. It'll be your last name, dot your first name, .d1. It has to be exactly like this. Now, by the way, if you save it in the folder, you're going to have an alignment curve report, which I'm going to just delete this here just to get rid of this here, so it doesn't mess us up. It's in the same folder, and I just don't want it to we get confused by what we have to submit. So again, it's going to be your last name dot your first name dot d1. You're going to save that. It's going to take a little minute here just to plot it to a PDF, and it should come up then. There we go. You can see if we close some windows here. You should see your drawing there, and it should come out nice and clean. And again, when I zoom into that, those colors will come out nice and clear, okay? So we'll go back to the instructions. That's one drawing. So now we're going to stay on the same iteration. We're going to go to the second page, and we're going to do the super elevation view, that profile that we did there. So again, back to AutoCAD, you're going to hit the print symbol here. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't save most of the settings that we have, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, we're going to choose DWG to PDF. Make sure the plot stamp is on. This one will be landscape that we're doing, so we're going to keep it like this here. Again, we're not going to fit it to paper. We're going to plot this in millimeters. I believe, is this a custom one that we're doing? Yes, it's a custom scale of 1 to 1,500. So to get this 1 to 1,500, you're going to make sure it says 1 millimeter, and you're going to put 1.5 here. Okay, that's our custom scale. The paper size that we're going to do is going to be 841 by 594. All right, so we're going to look for that one. So 841 by 594. Gonna scroll down to get to the millimeters. There it is right there, 841 by 594. Again, we're going to center it to the plot. We're going to choose a window here. And then we're going to, as best as we can, get a tight window to our profile view here. Okay, let's preview to see how that turned out, if that turned out okay. There we go. Now you should see everything again. Zooming in of your super elevation view. Make sure that nothing's cut off on the left and right. Make sure you have your plot stamp at the bottom with your user-defined field on the right. If that's all good, you're going to hit escape. And then the window will come up. You're going to hit OK. Now it's OK that we're going to plot this to PDF. So we're going to go OK. And we're just going to, I'm going to call this one drawing 2. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm just going to click once, not twice, but click once here to have the name come up and change D1 to D2. And we're going to save that. Once it's saved, it should come up on our, there it is right there, right? You can Make it full screen. You can see our super elevation profile views all good there. Okay. And then we're going to go to drawing number 3. Now, for drawing number 3, we are going to go to our base 3 drawing, and we're going to do that 3D, that isometric view, the 5-color 3D tin faces that we've created before, somewhere in the middle of the module, right? So what we're going to do is you're going to go to your surfaces. You're going to go to your EG surface right here. You're going to right-click and go to Surface Properties. On the Information tab, you're going to go to the Surface Style. You're going to go to Tin Banding, which we created earlier, and you're going to hit OK. Sure, turn to the Tin Banding. Now, we changed the color of one of the yellows here, but it seems like it didn't take properly. So I'm going to go in. This may be a little glitch in Civil 3D. We're going to change these yellows to orange because yellow doesn't plot well to PDF. So again, we're going to go to EG, go to Surface Properties. You're going to go to Analysis. You're going to hit this little down arrow here. And we can preview what everything looks like here. You can see the yellow is the wrong color, so I'm going to double-click yellow. And we're going to choose orange, which is color number 30. You can type 30 down here. Hit OK. Hit OK. There we go. Now it's the colors that we needed to. So for some reason it didn't take. I'm actually going to save this right here, just in case. And then now we don't want it in this view. We're going to have a certain view that we want this from. So you're going to go in the command line and you're going to type DDV point. There you go. That should come up. And we're going to change a few settings from the viewpoint presets. Make sure that absolute, not relative, absolute to WCS is checked. The x-axis is going to be 181. And 29 for the XY plane. We're going to hit OK. It'll change the view. And you can see up top here, now we're going to just, there we have it. That's the view I want, okay? And we're going to do a plot of this as well now, okay? So again, we're going to hit the little print button up here. The window's going to come up again. Again, we got to go DWG to PDF, make sure the plot stamp is on. We're going to do landscape here. And let's see what scale we're doing this one to. The scale is at a scale of 1 to 2,000. So make sure you choose millimeters first and then 1 to 2,000. So it should say 1 to 2,000 millimeters, 1 and 2 here. That's what it should say there. And then the paper size is going to be, now this is going to be a tight fit here, but it should be 420 by 594. Okay, so if I go down, 420 by 594 is this one that says ISO Expand A2, 420 by 594. We're going to center it to the plot. Again, we're going to pick window. And now we're going to, let's see if we can do this now. Pick the window here. I'm going to try and do it from the bottom here. Maybe it'll come up a little bit tighter. There, go from there. And try and catch absolutely everything as tight as we can, just so there's only a little gap. Let's see what that looks like. Should fit, just fit in there. I'm going to hit the preview button. And it looked like it fit pretty good there, right? So that's what the drawing should look like. Okay, again, with your isometric view here of our surface, and then with the stamping on the bottom, make sure your user-defined stamp is there as well. We're going to hit Escape. The window will come back up again, and you're going to hit OK. By the way, if you get a certain warning that pops up, that's okay. You could just, there's a warning that our plot scale and our annotation scale are different, so that you can just go through those warnings. Or I should have mentioned that earlier, but I'm mentioning it here. So we're going to call this the same last name dot first name dot D3. You're going to save that. Processing it, and it should give us a nice view of it here. Just open the windows. That's what you should have there, okay? Very good. Back to our instructions. Now you're going to go back to alignment 2, and we're going to print 2 reports now, okay? So back to our alignment 2 iteration. Anytime a plotting job is completed, you get this little success message down here. Just hit OK. So back here in tool space, you're going to go down to toolbox. We're going to print a couple of reports. So we're going to expand the reports manager. Make sure alignment is opened up here. So you're going to do a PI station report. So on PI station report, you're going to right click and you're going to hit execute. And it should be, everything should be normal. So we can hit create report. There we go. So we have the report pops up there. I'm using Chrome here. So on Chrome, what I do is I just click the little menu here. We go to print. A window will pop up. Make sure your destination is to save it as a PDF. And that should be, you should be good to go there. So it's just one page and it should look like that. So I hit save. Now I'm going to save it to the same folder, right? So I'm going to go to my folder here. Seneca Drive. You should see the other drawings already there. I'm going to hit save. Now you should just call it alignment PI. You don't have to change anything here. Alignment PI station report is good enough. We're going to hit that. Okay. Next, we're going to go back. So I'm going to hit done. And we're going to print out or plot to PDF a station and curve report as well. Just confirm that 100% that we got the right one. Station and curve report, yeah. So again, execute. Now for this one, what we're going to do is, I only want the alignment stuff here. So what we're going to do is you're going to hit this button that unselects everything, and then you're going to select only alignments, and it checks off all the ones under alignment as well. You're going to hit OK. Now it's going to ask you to save it as an HTML file. So if I go to if I save it as that in the right folder, so again, in the Seneca Drive folder, it should open it up once I save it in Chrome as well. And there it is. It did it as well. Okay. Now I'll get usually, by the way, there's some instructions here about changing your name on here. You can do that. And I'll show you where that is at the bottom about putting your name on there. The file name, when you submit it, will have it on it as well. So you don't have to worry about that too much. But you can if you want to put your name in here to make sure that I know it's from you. But the file name will automatically name it with your username attached to it. Okay. Again, we're going to save this as a PDF. So I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to choose print. Make sure it has save PDF. This is a 3-page file, by the way, now. Okay. And it's saving as portrait, save as PDF. I'm going to hit it to save that. It should be the horizontal alignment station and curve report. Should be in the same same folder as the other one. So you should now have 5 PDFs that you saved there. Okay. Now, if I go to that folder, all right, and I just organize this by type, there are the 5. Those 5 PDFs are the ones we just created, and you're going to submit those on Blackboard. And I'm going to show you where. If you go to Blackboard, to assessments, now you have, there's something called Lab Module 1 submission. There's a little PDF file which shows you what to do, but basically you're just going to go in here and upload those 5 files. And this little PDF, which I have right here, just kind of shows you about how you're going to submit all 5 files. So I believe you have to submit them one at a time here. So you just follow the instructions here, and then you'll be all set. And that's how you submit all 5 of the files. And that brings us completely to the end of module number 1. Thank you very much.